Myself, Diluted Thought, and Pocket are here to give you the 411 and tell you which ones are the shit and which ones are full of shit. This week on Loading, we've got reviews for Split Second, Lost Planet 2, and Red Dead Redemption, so don't fucking go nowhere. This is Loading. Sign in, load up, press start and go. Can't hang with the best, so stick to solo. Settle down, don't get ahead of yourself now, son. You have a better chance of dating Olivia Munn.
And May being a month of great releases, we have the first of two amazing looking titles for every race fan out there. Split Second, brought to you again by Disney Interactive, the guys that brought you Pure back in 2007, are at it again, trying to see if this time they can duel their hands into something a little bit better than just a hit and miss racing game. Now Split Second looks like your pretty average racing game. You know, you have a couple cars that are unlicensed, unfortunately, giving you awkward names like a Ryback Mountain and a Hindered Forza.
Brokeback what?
One thing that Split Second does well is the visuals. Unfortunately, the thing about Split Second is this: it's boring and way too hard.
That's what she said. Oh, wait.
The whole premise of the game is you're in a game show and you're supposed to defeat the other cars by activating different things in the stages that you're racing at, whether it may be barrels dropping,
Children at a crosswalk,
changing courses,
changing diapers,
lifting up a whole boat,
lifting your self-esteem,
breaking through a boat,
breaking hymens.
making a plane crash, whatever it may be. Although the visuals are stunning, the driving mechanics and the control and handling are horrific. Some of the attempts and some of the races that you have to do are outright crazy to pass in first place. Especially the one where you have the helicopter throwing down missiles at you. Now, as everybody knows, if you're gonna do it the first time, you're expecting something easy, not something that takes you anywhere between 15 to 20 tries just to get first place. Now, the cars they give you in the beginning are absolutely worth shit.
Kinda like my graduation present.
But unfortunately, or fortunately for Disney, you're able to buy all of them for 520 Microsoft points, which makes the multiplayer that much crappier. You're there, first day, you open up your game, you want to play with people just like you, and just because somebody decided to waste more money on the game, they have the best car in the game.
Who do those rich bastards think they are?
Poof, all your time, all of your hard work has gone to shit simply because somebody else decided to spend a couple of extra Microsoft points. Although this game is fun, addicting, the relentless difficulty about it, the multiplayer, which pretty much is missing a lot compared to the Blur multiplayer, which we'll actually be reviewing when it comes out. This game is seriously one of those games that, if not full of win, man, this is just full of fail.
First Loading
Fail.
Another summer blockbuster brought to us by the guys at Capcom is a sequel to Lost Planet, a game that, although stirred everybody in the community scene with its beta, didn't pretty much live up to its hype when the game actually released. Lost Planet 2 gives you something that most other multiplayer games cannot.
An erection?
And that is an immersive online co-op.
Oh.
Now, one thing I do have to say that's faulty about this game is that if you're playing it by yourself, your AI is going to suck major balls and you're going to die in the first 20 minutes. Yes, this is a game that actually requires at least 2 human players to get the most fun out of it. Whether it may be finding different guns that your partner doesn't use on the monster because she's trying to figure out the controls on her controller, much like Noxcrux did, while I just aimlessly threw a grenade at a dude and almost died halfway through. What you need is capable players. Now, whether it may be a human player or an AI, I'd say pick a human one, because regardless of how much they suck at aiming, trust me, in the end they'll end up killing the damn thing more than you'll be able to. Now, aside from the AI, the customization in Lost Planet 2 is amazing after the first 40 levels. You rank up rather quickly and everything you do does matter, and you get points here and there, but the good stuff doesn't happen till after you've played the game for roughly about a week and a half. Now, this is a lot of grinding. If you like this, RPGers, keep this in mind, you will be rewarded handsomely. This is a great game to tackle up, especially if you have friends that have the game. But if you're a complete loner and a loser, this game is going to be full of fail. But if you're pretty, famous, like Diluted Thought is with 12-year-old little girls, it's going to be full of win.
Here's all I know. Marcus, Dom, Frank West, Albert Wesker, and the Hellgast are all skins you can use in the game. The fact that Capcom has the ability to delve into other franchises outside of their own is rather pleasing to the gamer, honestly. Well, at least it is to me. Fuck. This makes my mind run rampant with what kind of creative ideas these guys can come up with. As far as Lost Planet 2 is concerned, whether it's full of win or fail, it's definitely full of fucking awesome.
The next big sandbox game brought to us by the guys at Rockstar is none other than another iteration of Red Dead, this time coming around as Red Dead Redemption for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Now the one we figured out was Xbox 360 because, well, we don't have a PS3 yet and more people play it anyways. The multiplayer in this is something I'm going to touch on really quickly. All of the matches start with a quick draw. Whoever wins the quick draw gets to pick your guys. Then it's like Indians versus Cowboys and you get to kill a bunch of people. Same new modes like capture the flag, except this time you're capturing a bag of gold and taking it to your hideout's place.
You know who would win these matches every time? Hands down, I gotta give it to that creepy ass leprechaun from those cheesy 90s movies.
All of these are pretty fun, but the one reason why everybody plays a Rockstar sandbox game is for the campaign. Now, you are John Marston, and you're pretty much in what happens to be the end of the Wild Wild West.
And you're a badass, of course.
Your wife and your son is captured, all because the gang you used to run with was wanted by the marshals, and guess it's up to you to bring them down to justice.
Like RoboCop.
Now, the first few cinematics in this game are awesome. You get shot, you think you're dead, and then you're picked up by a lesbian named Bonnie and some other doctor from the city who help you up on your feet and pretty much tell you the basics of the game. Now, this world is huge, which is great. You get to go out, you get to skin animals, shoot owls, birds, coons, all that cool awesome stuff.
Dude, that's pretty fucking racist.
But the problem is, you're doing this by horse. So, going from town to town is a complete bitch. Especially if you're a cheap ass and you don't want to pay the $8 to $10, which is a lot for those times, to get a carriage ride between city to city. Now, the missions range from, checking stuff out at night, following a dog, to killing coyotes,
eating snakes like a badass,
killing bandits,
killing time,
helping people move herds from place to place,
helping yourself to women you can't bang,
and even roping other horses. You start off pretty simple, you don't have a rope, you have a crappy ass revolver, but as the game goes along, not only do you unlock great outfits, great weapons, and great abilities, but you get to uncover pretty weird people. One of your best friends in this game is also a guy that talks to corpses after he pretty much unburies them.
Totally something I can see myself doing.
Leaving all to imagination, Rockstar gives us the Wild West we all wish we could have been part of. And receiving one of the highest scores from every other gaming magazine, what else can I say other than this game is full of win?
Full of win, bitches!
On a side note, Noxrug decided to say one thing. This game is bullshit. You can't bang any of the bitches in this game. John is just a little bitch who is too faithful, and that sucks.
I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I unsheathe this massive sword like the Himalayan I am and run rampant through lands of the digital sword, from blood gold to the last resort and blast every ass with a plasma grenade. I'm a renegade, slave of the system failure. Resistance is futile, brutal, my heart who can't inside of there 1000 degrees on my steeds is El Psycho, kinetic, I'm get it, I'm ready to get it with any minute, we're ready giving me calm. Where you at? You dial up, setting your back, I'm the god of war like Kratos, so bring me some action and feel the wrath of my blade. Samurai way, I'm here to display every chic technique, get ready to fall, big and small, let me tell you I'm all here when I'm ready to brawl, come on.